why perform for an audience of 500 when you can do your act in abstention or four walls? No pressure, no meddling, no one giving the compliments or the derogatory cat calls, the mug full of vegetables. It was time to repent and reflect. It was time to open up and explore the inner landscape. That was a place ripe for examination. But I was deep into the nags, like the 14th dam, and full sisters and half-brothers, and Lowe's female families. I knew the sire lines of Neco and Sickle and Rebo, the bold ruler. I knew broodmare sires, juvenile sires. I didn't need no fucking form to select winners, yet the losers added up. I was too crippled to go to the track. I couldn't see any longer. My nerves were shot. I'd spin along the freeway, calling out the bastards, the tailgaters, the speeders. The people loved speeding more than eating, I concluded. Life was somewhat more difficult for a kid going to school, I thought, than when I had been a kid. Now you had these Xboxes with super animated video games to come home to, and little bitches would blow you instead of playing spin the bottle, and there were many new social diseases. The stinky dicks and wrenching cracks needed fumigation in the modern times. They had super penicillin to defend the reproductive ducts. Yet one needed a pint of bleach on their erogenous zones most of the time. Food and television, fast cars and expensive gas, glistening rims and whoopers howling out the fancy ghetto's cadences of today. As a kid, I'd walk along New Jersey Avenue to school, past the fucking hitters and their whips and chains. Some days I'd get a baseball bat on the elbow, or some Christian kid would have some asbestos for me to chew on. Go on, Maki, it's good for you. So I chewed the shit and received a long-term fever from my mastication. So I lay for a month in bed with chemical poisoning, listening to sea hunt and crying for oxygen. I couldn't breathe. The room grew darker. I was about to expire as a fourth grader. But my aunt came into the little room and opened the window. Mother had closed the thing tight, so no air circulated, and I had nearly checked and choked out. But a breath of air, and I turned the corner, and now 50 years later, recite these memoirs. Sure, some would call that I should have died in that teeny bed. Then I would have never served my country, never marched in formation, never worked the grease pit, never would have earned my marksman's badge, never would have got my orders to Vietnam, never would have broken my sick father's poor heart. Getting ready to ship to Vietnam broke his heart, and soon he died before any pinhead might put some bird shot into my belly. There would be days at Disneyland, getting on the A-rides, zipping Diet Colas, and choking on acres of French fries, boxes of Jujubes, Chuckles, and M&Ms. If I would have croaked in that baby bed, no Wall Street jobs, no master's mate's pilot's pension plan, no Thoroughbred Chemical Corporation, no Webster Chemical Corporation, no selling light bulbs, no gas station attendant jobs, no Papa Doodle Popcorn Man patrolling Central Park, no Greater New York Savings Bank, no selling mattresses in the torrid Antelope Valley, no covering girls' high school soccer for the local paper, no selling the New York and Los Angeles Times subscriptions, no copy print job making copies of important legal documents for lawyers, no Research Organic Chemical Corporation selling organometallics to Indians and Pakistanis, no busboy work at the kosher Chinese, Italian, Glatt kosher Jew catering establishment in Borough Park, no 10 years in the cab, the sweat box hauling coons and homos and crippled old ladies and suits to the airports, to the doctors, to the rehabilitations, to the cancer clinics. No front hot dog man at Coney Island's Nathan's Famous on the 4th of July. No, I would have missed all that shit for the early grave of an asbestos-induced fever. Go on, eat the shit, you boy. Such a place was East New York, Brooklyn, Pitkin Avenue, and New Jersey Avenue. Now I didn't need no job. I was on the permanent handout and lucky to get it. And I suffered dearly to get on the dole. Some one-armed flipper doc had said there was nothing wrong with me. And when I did get on the public assistance, it was for $100 a month. Imagine a guy with 3 kids having to do it all on $100 a month. And the assholes at Halliburton were making $100 a second. Dead-on pitchers and punching Judy hitters were making that kind of bread. But if you were a recipient of the short end of the stick, forget about it.